Good afternoon and welcome back to the DSN Naka College grounds here in Colombo, and all to play for in this tournament. In fact, the Mercantile Cricket Association T10 League Tournament for the year 2025, and Tier B matches being played. We started last weekend, today being the second weekend, and of course next weekend we'll see the qualifying games also being played. Nice conditions at the moment, slightly overcast. We don't know, the rains will come down later on, but we can see some dark clouds looming over the grounds. Right, so the game number 3 at this ground, Star Garments, and with Hayley's Group B battling it out for position down here. And if you missed out on the earlier part of the action, the news is that Star Garments won the toss and elected to bat first. No surprise about that, because there have been one team that has got over 140 runs each time they've batted, and they must be confident in getting that type of score once again, and they'll want to have a good net run rate, because perhaps they have won the 2 games they've played so far. This is their 3rd match in this group, and they qualify for the group. Of course, they will go through to the final round, but otherwise you'll have the best 2 teams after the 6 teams are taken from the group stage to play in the final round. Right, so games played this morning. Match number 1, we saw the English Tea Shop playing against McLaren's, and that was a one-sided match again. The English Tea Shop, they were putting to bat. They made 124 for 6 in their 10 overs, and McLaren's were able to make only 78 for 9 in 10 overs, and the English Tea Shop winning by 46 runs. The second match, game between the Recovery Room and, of course, Unilever. And Unilever, they were put in the bat by the Recovery Room, and they only made 44 all out in 9.1 overs. And the Recovery Room made the 45 runs in 2 overs, so they won by 10 wickets in that game. Good run rate for the Recovery Room as well, and that's why they want to play that game and do extremely well. That's what they want to do. And now this game, Star Garments, having been on top, they've been really good in the field with the bat and ball, and the fielding has been excellent as well. So will the Hayley's Group B stand up to the pressure? We'll have to wait and see, because as we talk to the umpires are out, and Hayley's Group B takes the field. They'll be fielding first, as Star Garments won the toss and elected to bat first. Right, so the stage is all set for match number 3. We see the Star Garments batsmen as well going out to face the bowling, and what type of score must they been looking at? They must have planned things out, perhaps to get to that over 140 mark. That's what they were aiming at. But then Hayley's B, the bowlers, they had to bowl really well and put the pressure on the batsmen as well. So it's all to play for, and we'll see what really happens in the first few overs of this game, because this is going to be a crucial game to be played, match number 3 on the second weekend here in Colombo. Right, so we're having the stage all set for this game. The tournament will continue tomorrow as well at the same venue. We'll see the qualifying round matches also taking place tomorrow. So all to play for in this tournament, and this is what cricket is all about. So the Mercantile Cricket Association has done well to organize these types of tournaments. They keep everybody busy. We'll see the newer teams also in the mercantile sector taking part in this tournament. Augurs well for the MCA and also for cricket itself, when you see all these newer teams also participating in these types of tournaments. Right, so the first over about to get underway, and the openers are in the middle at the moment, looking at the field that's being settled in. There's a man who's fielding at a short fine leg, and then there's a square leg fielder as well, and the man also fielding at a long on. And on the offside we have a deep mid off, the extra cover, a point, a back foot point, a short third man. That's in the 35-yard circle. The first 2 overs are going to be the power play overs. So Vanity Silva to start up the bowling, and Rishanta is the batsman, the captain of Star Garments. Here's the first ball coming up, going for a big heave. Given out, stumped, and there we are. Star Garments lose their first wicket. The captain himself, he was trying to go for a big heave, and perhaps the foot was on the crease. The umpire had no hesitation in ruling him out. Yes, looks like his foot was on the crease, and the wicketkeeper took the bails off, and the Star Garments lose their first wicket. One wicket for no runs in the very first over of the action. So the Silva picks up a wicket as well. And this is where it's all Mohammad Shafadullah, the wicketkeeper for Hayley's Group B, taking that stump up, and he kept really well. Good reflex action to get the bails off in a flash. So Johan Loka, the man who's done well with the bat and ball, coming into bat now. And looking at that strike rate, 8.84, the average is 18.46. Not a great average, but certainly that strike rate is pretty good. He's got 250s in the 29 matches he has played. So Aloka in the middle, second ball, the first innings. So here we are, Garments won the toss, he led to bat first in this third match on day 2. Here we are with De Silva bowling again to Aloka. Got a bit of extra bounce, but it's on the back foot. He just plays out on the offside. The wicketkeeper runs across doing the fielding. And another dot ball. So 1 wicket lost by Star Garments. The captain himself was the man out. For no score, the first ball of the innings. And here's De Silva again who bowls. This one outside the line of off stump. Going for the cut shot was Aloka. Didn't get bat to balls. Wicketkeeper collected. So 3 dot balls in fact. And that 1 wicket falling is a good tight first over. A spinner in operation. And here we have the 4th ball of the first over coming up. De Silva bowls. And this one opens the face of the bat, runs it down towards third man off the mark straight away Aloka. And also Star Garments on their way, 1 for 1 in the first over. So it's a good first tight over. Very tight bowling from De Silva. Keeping the Star batsman quiet. That's going to be a difficult job to do. But they've done it so far quite well in the first 4 balls of the first over. De Silva bowls again. And Netmini this time on the back foot forces out of the offside straight to extra cover. So another dot ball. And there's 1 ball left in the first over. 1 for 1 Star Garments win the toss and batting first in match number 3 here at the DSN Naga College grounds. De Silva in again. Bowls to the batsman. Trying to cut, doesn't make contact. Wicketkeeper collects, ends of a very good first over from De Silva. It's 1 for 1 after the first over.
CDBFD?
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD.
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDB එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So Star Garments 1 for 1. Perhaps not used to being 1 for 1 after the first over. The one side that has really raced away with runs. And Mahesh Deepal to bowl over number 2, his first over. And Johan Aloka, he's on strike at the moment. The right-hand batsman. He's done well with both bat and ball. So Hayley's Group B. They'll have a tough job with the hands to contain this Star Garments batsman who can race away. Here the first ball, second over. Pulled away on the onside, down towards deep mid-wicket. Fielder is after it. Picks up inside the boundary. They'll pick up only a single for that. The return comes in. And the wicketkeeper does well to collect that. And well, the total moves up to 2 for the loss of 1 wicket. 2 for 1. Johan Aloka moves on to double. He moves on to 2. Brings Sonal Netmina to take strike, taking guard. He's faced 2 balls so far. Still to score is Netmina. And Mahesh Deepal is conceded 1 run so far in the 1 ball he is bowled. So 2 for 1, and Netmina has 250s in his career of 779 runs, played 45 matches, an average of 19.48. And here's Deepal once again. Bowls. And on the back foot, plays it nicely on the offside. 2 fielders after. Will they get there? No, they won't. The ball crosses the boundary. The first boundary, in fact, for Star Garments. And Sonal Netmina, he's the one who gets that boundary. Total moves up to 6 for the loss of 1 wicket. Excellent batsmanship. That's 2 short outside the line of off stump. Netmina had no problem in picking the gap between point and extra cover. And that ball just raced away. The outfield pretty fast now. Here's Deepal again who bowls. So reverse switch it. Where's it gone? It's gone over the head of the fielder. out to the boundary for 4 more. So back-to-back boundaries for Netmina. And this is what Star Garments always look at to accelerate the scoring. First up, so total moves up to 10 for the loss of 1 wicket. Look at that, the switch hit. Obviously, he's practicing that shot. He's been playing that shot quite often, that he makes contact. We've seen lots of batsmen try to play that shot, but not make contact. And here's Deepal again, who's bowling to Netmina. And this went down the track, going for the drive. Well, he's got a bit of bat on that. The ball runs out towards extra cover. And he was looking at hitting that over that long off fielder. Quite used to hitting the ball a long way over the park as well. So totally set 11 for 1 wicket after 1.4 overs. And here's Deepal again, who bowls now to Aloka and pulls Sapishri down towards deep mid wicket into the boundary again for 4. So Johan Aloka also into that, takes him out to 6. The total moves up to 15 for the loss of 1 wicket. 1 ball left in the second over. And Star Garments always used to hitting the ball around the park, picking up boundaries quite early. So Aloka is on 6, Netmina is on 9 with 2 boundaries, 15 for 1, and the last ball of the second over coming up. Here's Mahesh Deepal again, bowls to Aloka, down the track, hits it on the offside, straight towards the deep mid-off field. They pick up 1, ends the over. 2 overs completed, and the Star Garments are 16 for the loss of 1 wicket.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 2 overs done, 16 for 1. We saw these two batters even last weekend. They got some plenty runs on board for the Star Garment side when they were 2 down, when they were 1 down. These two batters are the top run getters of Star Garments when it comes to batting first. So they winning the toss. Even in the last 2 games in the league last weekend, they managed to score 140 plus. So that was the advantage, the batting advantage, getting a good score, batting first, creating that pressure. Because full all-around side, Star Garments, they have good fielders, then they have good bowling when it comes to batting as well. So this is the platform for Star Garments, these two batters, especially the likes of Johan Aloka, a nice leg spinner, can turn the ball, but can hit the long ball as well. A very good bat, very youngster from Sportylk College. Even Sunal Netmina, a very handy left-handed batter who can hit the ball. So very rare dot ball by Shanna Lee, just giving away 3 runs in the first 3 deliveries. Big heave towards the leg side, slight misfield, loves the batter to go for that single. The score moving to 20 for 1. We are in the 3rd over so far. These two batters have had a 19 runs partnership. Well, slight misfield again, allowing the batters to go for that single. So if Star Garments can go up to a score such as like 120 plus, that scoreboard pressure will create for Hayley's B when they come out to chase important game for them as well. They need to win. A very wide delivery. So 2 games played, 1 win and 1 loss for Hayley's B. They are playing against the strongest side. A big heave towards leg side. A dot ball, a very good over. Just 6 runs from Shannon Lee's first over. There you see that big heave towards leg side. Not much bounce on that delivery. So after 3 overs done, Stark Almonds 22 for 1.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
But they will play. So the new bowler is Sinal De Silva, one of the seasoned campaigners for Hayley's B, representing Sportylk Cricket Club. A very good, promising fast bowler. Well, now the scoreboard pressure is building for Stark Almonds. Because the previous 2 games they were high riding on the run rate, but so far they have not even managed to go to 8 runs per over, just above 7. There you see the current run rate is 7.33. They have 7 overs left. At least if they can go up to 110 from here onwards, would be ideal. So going aerial. So now let me know. A fielder under it. What a catch! A brilliant catch running in from Sportylk. He had some yards to cover to grab it. Now we see on a different day Stark Almonds have lose their second wicket. So Sunal Netmina departs for 11. Off the bowling of Sinal De Silva. A very good length delivery, some bounce in it. There you see the fielder running into it. Very good catch. So Sinal Netmina departs for 11. Stark Almonds 22 for 2. So the new batter is Sachiru Hansala. 32 games, 517 runs with the highest score of 54 at an average 17.2. Very good strike rate with 250s, 95.56 strike rate. Any format, it's a good strike rate. So play and a miss. Let's say the off stump. Another dot ball. So I think Hayley's B have done their homework, picking up 2 crucial wickets. Early 2 wickets with 2 top run getters are back in the hut. So far we haven't seen much firepower, few boundaries. On to the 4th over. So this game is going to be very interesting when it comes to a run chase. Can the Hayley's B team restrict Stark Almonds to below 100? Because if you chase anything over 100, it's going to be really difficult with Stark Almonds bowlers. But anything below that, we've got a game in our hands. Slow delivery. Going aerial. Aloka gets a boundary. Well, there was some scoreboard pressure, but Johan Aloka, he seems to be a very cool character out there in the middle. You saw the slow delivery, a short one, punched out towards that mid-wicket region, the vacant area. Couple of bounces, balls sailing towards the boundary for a welcome 4 runs. The scoreboard ticks to 27. Just 5 runs so far in this over from Senal De Silva. Well, the ramp goes straight to the keeper. Well, that's what I said. Definitely Hayley's B team has done their homework. They've got the top 3 run getters, the top 3 wickets for Star Garments. Now, Senal De Silva, the seasoned campaigner, the most experienced bowler out of the attack for Hayley's, picked up 2 crucial wickets. There you see, probably got some bat and off the shoulder. Interesting to see that replay again, but definitely Johan Aloka wasn't happy with that decision. He gets out for 13 facing 12 deliveries. Star Garments struggling at the moment, 27 for 3.
But they will be definitely, even if they lose, they with their net run rate, they will skyrocket. Definitely, they are through even if they lose.
So last ball coming up of this 4th over. 2 wickets in this over so far. Just given away 5 runs. Senal De Silva. What a brilliant over to get rid of the 2 top run getters of Star Garments' batting lineup. Very well bowled, just for a single. A brilliant over, 2 wickets in that over, just gave 6 runs. So after 4 overs done, Star Garments 28 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So Hayley's Group B has done extremely well to pick up these 3 early wickets. And Senal De Silva's last over 2 wickets of 6 has certainly put the pressure on Star Garments. They're 28 for 3 after 4 overs. So 6 overs left in the innings. What type of score can they get? Can they top the 100 mark? Well, that's going to be a question that is going to be asked of many people when this innings is completed. And Namanjay is the batsman on strike, and here we are with Wicket De Silva to bowl his second and final over. 1 for 1 in his first over. He bowled the very first over of the innings, bowled extremely well, and here he is for the second and final over. And his son's played away on the offsides towards point region, single being taken, wild throw. The keeper unable to collect it. He talks to his fielder and says, look, you got to get the ball to me, not to hit, to throw it around the park. So 1 more runs the total as well, 29 for the loss of 3 wickets. And brings Hansala on strike to face up the bowling of Wicket De Silva. De Silva for the far end of the grounds, the left arm spinner in operation, resetting his field for the left-handed batsman as well. And as the batsman takes guard from the umpire, Wicket De Silva is satisfied that his field is well set at the moment. And here we go. So the second ball of his second over. And this is the 5th over in progress. De Silva bowls and lofted on the onside, straight out towards long on. A slight misfield allows the batsman to come back for 2. And there we are. The wicket has been hit at the bowler's end, but perhaps the batsman is home because the umpire is not lifting his finger. And that's very well run, those 2 runs. They need to pick up every single run they can. And Hansala, he moves on to 3, the total of 31 for the loss of 3 wickets. De Silva, once again, left arm, is bowling over the wicket, bowls. And this one is played away on the offside towards backward point. And the batsman crossed a easy single this time, so total moves up by one more to 32 for the loss of 3 wickets. Star Garments were looking to break free, a big total. They've done that in the 2 previous games played at this venue. That was last week, but today is a different day. And De Silva bowls, and this one is driven past the bowler on the offside, out to long off. It will be only one more run. Picked up inside the boundary, the return on its way, so one more to the total as well, and takes the total up to 33 for the loss of 3 wickets. So De Silva, excellent bowling. 1 for 6 his figures after 1.4 overs, and brings Hansel on strike again. He's on 4. Waits, this one is going for the switch hit again. Doesn't quite get hold with the ball. Runs down towards that short third man region, and the batsman crosses for one more run. So one more to the total. Runs come in singles at the moment, and it's 34 for the loss of 3 wickets. And the last ball, the 5th over coming up, so it'll be the halfway stage of this innings. And Navanja to face this last ball. He's on 3. Hansel is on 5 with the non-strikers in. And next one, full toss, hit on the pad, given out LBW. That's the 4th wicket to fall for Star Garments. Well, a full toss, was trying to play it on the onside, didn't get hold of it. Hit on the pad straight away, and the question was asked, and the finger came up straight away. So Vanit De Silva picks up his 2nd wicket, 2 for 7 from his maximum of 2 overs. His bowled his quota of 2 overs, 2 for 7 his figures, and that's another big wicket. There we go, the replay. And this one hits on the pad, the rear leg in fact, and that the full toss hits on the rear leg, so there's no doubt in the umpire's mind it is going to hit the wickets. So there we are, Randu Namanje Fernando, he goes for 3, and it's all happening here at the moment at the DSN Naka College grounds. The Star Garments are 34 for 4 after 5 overs. 34 for 4, well, didn't expect that to happen. Dulshan De Silva, the new man who walks in, he joins Sachiru Hansela, who's there on 5. The projected score is 68. The run rate at the moment is 6.8 at the halfway stage of this innings. So 5 overs left in the Star Garments innings. And what type of total can they get? Well, they'll have to really bat well, not lose any wickets if they want to really top that 50-run mark, the 100-run mark. And that's going to be really a difficult task. It's going to be crucial for Star Garments at the moment. So a new over about to start up. This is over number 6 to be bowled from the southern end of the grounds. And here we are, the bowler at the top of his mark, and batsman taking guard. So Dulshan De Silva is the new man in at the moment. And Gihan Chatura to bowl his first over. Bowls off the back foot, cracked about the offside, beats the fielder at backward point. Sweeper does well to tidy up, and the batsman crosses for one more run. So 35 for 4. And Hayley's Group B has done really well to restrict this very strong Star Garments batting side. I think they've done their homework, no doubt. They've known which bowlers to operate on, where to bowl. A lot of work being done to prepare for this type of match, because when you know that there's a good side and you also want to qualify through that final round, well, you've got to put a lot of work into it. So Gyan Chatura to bowl his second ball. Away he goes, bowls. This one's played uppishly in the up. One bounce to the fielder, short third. Almost carried to the fielder. Well, I think lots of the Star Garments players had their heart in the mouth, in fact, at that time, because the ball was in the air for quite some time, but dropped short of the fielder, and the total moves up to 36 for 4. Right, so Hansela on strike, he's on 6. De Silva is on 1. The non-strike is in, and here's Chatura who bowls again. He's down the track, gets a thick-edged ball, flies down to short third man. A bit of a fumble there, but no damage done as the batsman will complete a single. One more run taken, 37 for 4. And this is a really good bowling from Hayley's Group B as well, to restrict these batsmen who have been always looking for runs. And here we go again with Gyan Chatura bowling. This one is hit uppishly on the offside. Where is that going? Just caught at a sweeper cover. That's another wicket that falls. Excellent fielding as well, because that ball was travelling so fast and almost went over the boundary for 6. But the fielder got his hand to it and pulled it back, and that's the 5th wicket to fall for Star Garments. 5 down in the 6th over, and this is really a superb performance from Hayley's Group B. We'll look at that again. There we go. Short, hit away on the offside, in the arm. Where is the fielder? He's at sweeper cow boundary. Look at that catch taken. Excellent catch. Stretched out, both hands, and he's out. So it's 37 for 5, in fact, after 5.4 overs. And they break the back of the Star Garments batting as well. And the new man in is Chaturanga, who comes in at the fall of the 5th wicket. Hansel is on 7 at 37 for 5 at the moment, the total. Well, Star Garments are really seeing stars at the moment with what's going on. Chaturanga Dilshan, the man. He's played 4 matches before. He's got a good strike rate of 115.79, but what can he do today? Today will be a new day. He'll be out to impress. He'll be out to put on some performance for his team. And here's the 5th ball of the 6th over coming up. And Chaturanga Dilshan on strike. Away goes Chaturanga bowls. Played gently on the onside, out towards backward square leg. They get 1. Now they're looking for 2. A slight fumble, but they settle for a single. So 1 more run to the total. It's 38 for the loss of 5 wickets after 5.5 overs. And this has been a really absolutely superb performance from Hayley's Group B. Right, so the last ball, the 6th over coming up. And this is going to be interesting to see as to what really happened this last ball. Hansel lobs this one on the onside. Where is that going? Fielder under 8. Takes the catch again. Star Garments lose their 6th wicket. 2 wickets in this over, the 6th over. And it's all happening for Hayley's Group B. What a performance indeed. 6 overs completed. And the Star Garments are 38 for the loss of 6 wickets. 38 for 6 after 6 overs. And this is excellent performance indeed from Hayley's Group B. They've come well planned. They came early. They came and prepared themselves. Another good catch taken just near the boundary. And good fielding always brings wickets. So Hansel is the man out for 7. Caught by Ravi Mal of the bowling of Chaturanga. And Chaturanga also has picked up a wicket. So this is a pavilion parade for Star Garments under tremendous pressure at the moment to get a decent score, to get a respectable score on the board at 38 for 6. I don't think they'll be happy about that, because this has been a performance that is well below par for this very strong Star Garment side. Right, so new man is Yapa. Suhas Yapa is the new man who walks out, and he's got a fairly good average as well. But having said that, we don't know as to what will happen really today. Today is a different day, and a lot of work to be done by these batsmen. So Star Garments had their work cut out. Mahesh Deepal to bowl his 2nd and final over. He went for 15 runs in his 1st over. And the sun comes blazing down to the grounds as Star Garments are struggling at 38 for 6. So here we are with Deepal in operation to bowl for the 5 the grounds. Bowls to Dilshan on the back foot, places it on a backward point, takes a single. The return doesn't come into the wicket keeper. The fielder holds the ball back. For what reason, we don't know, but he held the ball back, so takes the total around to 39 for 6. 39 for 6 and brings Yapa to take strike at the moment. So Yapa to face his 1st ball. And he's walking back, perhaps for a change of gloves. Yes, he's looking for a change of gloves, is Yapa. Suhas Yapa still to face a ball. At 39 for 6 is Star Garments. And they'll be very disappointed with this, but don't forget that the Hayley's Group B side, they've bowled well, they've fielded well, and really put the pressure on Star Garments all the time. So no easy freebies. In fact, Star Garments won the toss, elected to bat first here in this game against Hayley's Group B at the DSN Naka grounds in Colombo. But having said that, Star Garments certainly are now on the ropes more or less. And let's see what will go on. So Suhas Yapa has a change of gloves, and he walks into the middle as well. So he'll be facing up, the left hand, taking guard from the umpire as well. Projected score is 63. And well, let's see what happens in this over. So here's Deepal at the top of his mark, in now to bowl. Bowls again to Yapa. Yapa plays gently on the offside towards that extra cover region. Picks up a single, is off the mark with one, but no big hit so far for Star Garments. So total moves on to 40 for 6 after 6.2 overs. And Star Garments maybe shell-shocked at the moment as to what has really happened. And can they recover from this? Here's Deepal once again, goes to Chaturanga, lofts this one to the offside, field under it, takes the catch, and they lose their 7th. Star Garments in all sorts of problems. All sorts of problems, and they lose their 7th. We got 40 for 7 in the 7th over. Well, this is going to be perhaps a one-sided contest. All the hype that we had on Star Garments, how strong they were, the batting side was so strong, so was their bowling, but they lost a wicket today. First ball of the innings when the captain himself was out, and since then they have not really recovered. Lost wickets at regular intervals, and this has been a poor show from Star Garments. Not what we've seen last week when they got that 140 target twice, in fact, last week. But today it's a different story altogether. So Dilshan goes for 2. And this has been really a poor effort from Star Garments. 40 for 7. New man in is Pasindu Prabhasha. Pasindu Silva is his name. The left-hander is taking guard, and look at the strike rate, is 45.86, not a great strike rate. An average of 20.75, top score being 20. He's played 8 matches, so no great pedigree for him. And what could he do today to help his side? Let's wait and see. So here's Mahesh Deepal, 1 for 17 his figures. And he's bowling to Pasindu. Pasindu the back foot, cuts this one towards the point region. They're taking a single. The return on its way, but the batsmen are certainly home. So one more to the total takes the total up to 41 for 7. And the projected score is 62 because we're in the 7th over, 2 balls left in the 7th over. And after this over is completed, there'll be only 3 more overs in this Star Garments innings. And what type of total can they get up to? Let's wait and see. Well, here's Deepal once again who bowls. And this one again cut away on the offside, single being taken. The bails come off, but the batsman is home, so there's no damage done on that. And the total up to 42 for the loss of 7 wickets. 6.5 overs, 42 for 7 is Star Garments. This is not what they expected to be at. And, well, there we are. That should have been out, in fact, run out. Well, the umpire didn't raise his finger, so as far as Star Garments are concerned, they could breathe a sign of relief that the umpire didn't rule the batsman out. And we're coming to the last ball of the 7th over. Mahesh Deepal, 1 for 19 from his 1.5 overs at the moment, bowling to Pasindu. Pasindu is on 1, Yapa is on 2 as the non-striker. Then here comes Deepal, bowls. And going for the cut shot, beaten outside the line of off stump, dot ball to end the over. 7 completed, Star Garments, 42 for 7.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 3 overs left for Star Garments from a star-studded side. One by one failing. As we speak, we mentioned earlier when Eric was saying they have done their homework, Hayley's B team. Look at the scorecard. Just 6 runs per over. 42 for 7 in 7 overs. Well, don't forget, Hayley's B team, the head coach Samir Asoisa, who has played top cricket, and that is the 8th wicket falling, and he is a very aggressive player when it comes to batting as well. Samir Asoisa, his side, he's the head coach. Look how they have outcome the Star Garments side. Now I can feel that the star is towards the Hayley's B team now. 42 for 8. We saw earlier game Unilever Sri Lanka getting all out for 44, and The recovery room side chasing it down in the matter of just 2 overs without falling off a single wicket. Not much to talk about. Dhanuka Dulanjana, just his first game, probably the second one, just 1 run. There you see, and played uppishly again. Well, yes, he's out. What is going on here? He played that stroke, it went on aerial towards the extra cover. There was a shy towards the bowler's end. And Gyan Taturaga was very awkward with that throw. But he managed to dislodge the stumps. There you see. What a great performance. Gyan Chaturanga, he has picked up 4 wickets. In fact, 3 wickets for Gyan Suwasyapa. Getting out for just 2 runs. Well, I can't imagine what is going on, Eric. This is turning tables. From one weekend, we saw plenty of runs being scored. But this weekend, most of the teams failing to score much runs, and they're getting out very silly out there in the middle. Well, I'm really surprised, to be honest, from those big hit sixers from last weekend. It's the Star Garment side. They are completely a different side today. That was a way down leg side. The ball sailing towards the leg side. Umpire called wide. 43 for 9, in fact. It's a short delivery. Batter scampers through to a single. The ball's running towards the sweeper cover region. Another single. So the score moves to 44. A similar so from the previous game. We saw University Sri Lanka getting all out for 44. What a great performance by the recovery room side. Well, this is turning out to be a very good over. Gihan Chaturanga, 2 wickets with a run out as well. Just gave 2 runs, bowled 4 balls already. Driven straight towards the bowlers. So no run again. Another dot ball. Are they trying to bat throughout the 10 overs? But still though, the scorecard looks very poor, very low. Another dot ball. So he ends his spell, Gyan Chaturanga. What a brilliant spell in his 2 overs. Just gave 6 runs and picked up 3 crucial wickets. And Star Garments struggling in their 8 overs. Just managed to get 44 runs for 9 wickets down.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු?
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 44 for 9 after 8 overs. Kavind Munasinghe is the new bowler for Hayley's B. Left hand on strike, the off spinner. Well, Eric, a repeat telecast. 44 all out again. Kavind just had to bowl stump to stump. He rattles it. And there you see, all out Star Garments 44 from 146 in one game and 147 in the other game last weekend. Star Garments, they're all out for 44 this weekend. What a drastic performance. How can they become so poor today? From last weekend, they scored plenty of runs. And now today being out, the losing side for sure. Definitely Hayley's B outcome and being deciding to bat first Star Garments. And then coming out here with a poor performance. There you see the batting car. Rushant, the skipper, getting out for a duck. Sunal Nethmina 11. Johan Aloka 13. The only 2 run getters who got into double figures. Sachiru Ansela 7. Randunavanje Fernando 3, Dulshan De Silva 1, Chaturanga Dilshan 2, Suhasiapa 2. There's nothing much to talk about. Pasunju 2, then Dulanjana getting out for a duck on the first ball, run out. And Tushara Puhami was not out just for a 0-3 extras in the matter of just 8.1 overs. Stark Almonds all out for 44. Well, I'm really surprised with that batting performance. Well, hats off to the Hayley's B team, the outcome coming in as the underdogs into this game and performing superbly. So Vanit De Silva 7 runs with his 2 wickets. Mahesh Deepal 2 overs 19 for 1. And see at the bottom, Senal De Silva just 1 over, picked up 2 wickets, gave 6 runs. But Gyan Chaturanga 2 overs, 7 dot balls, just 6 runs and picked up 3 wickets. The fall of wickets 0, 22, 27, no partnership at all. The 4th one is 44, 5th 37, 38, 40 and 42, 42, 8 wicket and the 9th wicket and the last wicket falling at 44. Very disappointing performance by the Stark Almond side, and Hayley's coming out here as a very dominant performance. These are some of the highlights. Not much boundaries being scored as well. The first over, the skipper departing, and the first delivery of De Silva. There you see, trying to go for a big heave, getting some spin, and he's got out stumped. Some boundaries came, some partnership. They were trying to build that partnership in the second over, but still managed to get only 15 runs in that second over. But all in all, Hayley's B team coming back to the game with some tremendous bowling efforts. There you see, that was the fall of wicket, the second one. What a brilliant catch, running towards his right side. And since then, that was the outcome, the downfall for the Stark Almond side. So Senal De Silva picking up those 2 crucial wickets, the 2 top run getters, was the platform for Hayley's B team to get rid of these. What a brilliant catch at the end. So see, it's all the highlights, all the fall of wickets. There was no boundaries after the departure of those 2 batters, Johan and Sonal, getting some runs, getting into double figures. After that, since then, it's all just wickets after wickets. Even we saw Suhasiapa, what a brilliant performance he made in the last game. He scored some runs, 70 odd runs, bowled and took a couple of wickets. But, well, everyone falling apart one by one today. So just 44 runs in the allocated 10 overs, not even batting the 10 overs, just 8.1 overs, all out. Well, I'm pretty sure that the Hayley's B team will come gun blazing out here. So we'll be back shortly for the run chase.
Welcome back to the DSN Naga College grounds, and well, we've got the chase for Hayley's Group B to make 45 to win in the 10 overs. And what a game it's been so far. Star Garments, who won the toss, elect to bat first in match number 3 in the second weekend, were bowled out for 44 at 8.1 overs. And what a poor performance is the bat from Star Garments, a side that has made over 140 last week in 2 matches, and today just bowled out for 44. So Hayley's Group B have their work cut out to make 45 to win. It doesn't seem to be a difficult task. Let's see what happens. How would the Star Garments bowlers operate? That's all to be seen. Sun blazing down the ground, and this is match number 3 of the second weekend. If you missed out on the first part of the action, the English Tea Shop played against McLaren's in match number 1 this morning. The English Tea Shop put it to bat. They made 124 for 6 in their 10 overs, and they restricted McLaren to 78 for 9. So English Tea House won by 46 runs. The second match was Unilever playing the Recovery Room. The Recovery Room won the toss and invited Unilever to bat first and bowled them out to 44 in 9.1 overs. And of course, the Recovery Room made 45 for no wicket in 2 overs and winning that game by 10 wickets. So we got 2 scores of 44 today, where Unilever's made 44 all out in 9.1 overs, and Star Garments bowled out for 44 in 8.1 overs. Right, the stage all set for action to commence. Sinal Disilva on strike, and Varun at the non-striker's end. And here's Suhas Yapa to bowl the first over, and he bowled the first ball. And this one is played away uppishly, just over the head of that backward point fielder, and that runs into the boundary for 4. So Hayley's Group B on their way, 4 for no wicket, requiring another 41 runs to win this match. And well, they'll be really looking to beat Star Garments, who on a roll at the moment, on a high in fact in this tournament, having won both matches last weekend. Right, has Suhas Yapa again at the top of his mark, and he's bowling to Sinal Disilva. Sinal Disilva bowled extremely well, and bowls in this one. He goes for a big heave on the onside, doesn't make contact. Wicketkeeper collects a dot ball, so it's 4 for no wicket after 2 deliveries. Yapa bowling from the southern end of the grounds. He's got the field well spread out, and on his way once again now to bowl to Disilva. Bowls to Disilva, comes forward, gets an edge, the ball runs down to short third man. They'll pick up a single for that, and takes Sinal Disilva on to 5, and takes the Hayley's B side on to 5 for no wicket. 5 for no wicket after 3 deliveries, and brings Varun Ravimal to take strike. Ravimal, he'll be having the strike. He's still to face a ball in this innings, and so more strategies being worked out between the bowlers and the fielders at Star Garments as this crucial game for them. And now as Varun Ravimal takes guard, look at his statistics. Played 30 matches, and he's played 4 half centuries, a strike rate of 111.68, average is 21.80. His top score 75 not out. He'll want to do something like that today to help his side to win this match. And here we are with Yapa now bowling to Ravimal. Bowls him now, comes forward, beaten outside the line of off stump. Wicketkeeper collects a dot ball again, and still 5 for no wicket after 4 deliveries. So no great panic for the Hayley's Group B side. Getting 45 to win in 10 overs is a piece of cake generally. It's just over 4 runs and over. As Yapa bowls on this side, he drives on the onside, out towards mid-wicket. He looks for 1. The non-striker doesn't respond. That's Sinal Disilva. So it's a dot ball again. And we got 1 ball left now in the first over. Still 5 for no wicket. Field well spread out, a short third man. We got a backward point, the extra cover, and a deep mid-off on the offside as Yapa bowls again. This one is pulled away on the onside, down towards deep mid-wicket. The fielder picks it up just inside the boundary. The batsman crosses for 1. The return on his way, not a particularly good one. The batsman going for the second run. That's a poor return to the wicket-keeper. So they get overthrows on that. And that will end the first over. And Hayley's Group B are 7 for no wicket at the end of the first over.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 38 runs were the required to win. They've got 9 overs to get that. 7 runs in the first over. Suasayapa conceded the 7 runs. Ravi Mal's on 2 and Senal De Silva's on 5. So 38 runs of 54 balls. They've got all 10 wickets in hand. That's the advantage that Hayley's Group B have at the moment. And here we are with the second over about to be bowled. Bowler measuring his run up. Going for rather the spin bowlers at the moment is Star Garments. They don't want to allow the batsman any freebies. They don't allow any extra pace for the batsman to use the pace and get runs. And Johan Aloka to bowl the second over. He's a good all-rounder, we know. Didn't come off with the bat today, but let's see what he can do with the ball. So Aloka at the top of his mark to bowl the first over. Each spell. The second over of the innings. So here's Aloka. He bowls to De Silva. And De Silva covers up, pushes on the offside straight towards point region. And it's a dot ball to start with. So here is Group B. They wouldn't want to push it too much. They'll want to really get the runs quite easily. Down the track, stumped. Well, there we are. So here is Group B. Lose their first wicket. And Senal De Silva is a man out. He was down the track looking to hoik one from Aloka. It was beaten all ends up. The wicketkeeper collected cleanly and knocked the bails off. So he's out for just a couple of runs. Is De Silva. He's walking back. And this is where the problem comes in. When you start to lose wickets and you have no control on that, then it becomes a problem to get even a small total. De Silva goes, stumped by De Silva. Dulshan De Silva off Aloka. So 7 for 1 after 1.2 overs. And Harindu walks out to the middle to join Ravi Mal. Harindu Palyavardhana has played 24 matches. The strike rate is 100.15. He's got 6 50s. A top score of 79 under his belt. 79 not out, in fact. So here we are with the third ball of the second over coming up. Johan Aloka making sure the field is well set. And he'll be bowling to Harindu. Harindu, the right hand on strike. Try to cut it, but gets somewhere on the midriff area. So another dot ball coming up as well. Aloka, 1 for 1 his figures at the moment. Bowls. This one is lofted on the offside. Into the boundary for 4. That's well struck indeed by Harindu. Made full use of that. 12 for 1 after 1.3 overs. The target is 45. Not a big target they're chasing. So Harindu's on 4. He's faced 2 balls. Varun Ravimal is on 2. He's faced 3 balls. And Aloka 1 for 5 his figures after 3 deliveries, and bowling once again now to Harindu. Bowled him. Well, there we are. Very straight delivery, and Harindu playing across the line that time. Beaten all ends up. And here is Group B lose their second wicket. Now this is the problem. When you start to lose wickets, it becomes a pavilion parade in the end. And after getting a boundary, next ball he was clean bowled. That's well bowled, in fact, from Aloka. The batsman's out with crease as well. If he had not struck the stumps, I'm pretty sure the wicket keeper would have collected and stumped him. He's out for 4. He's Harindu after 3 balls. And this is where the problems come in. Even though you're chasing a small total to win, you got to bat well. There's no reason to just go bang, 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 because the target is a small target. So Kavindu Munusingha is the new man in. And Kavindu Munusingha, he must be given instructions, I think, that you need to stick around there. He's got 100 under his belt in the 18 matches he's played. Strike rate of 109.81. So 121 not out is the highest he has made. And here's Aloka, 2 balls left in the over. He's picked up 2 wickets so far. Is Johan Aloka. He bowls well, he bats well, but today he was disappointing with the bat, was Johan Aloka. And bowls to Kavindu Munasinghe. Comes forward, pushes out on the offside, the ball runs out towards point. It's a dot ball. And so the equation now is 33 to win from 49 balls. The last ball coming up from over number 2. This is Aloka's first over. And he bowls to Kavindu Munasinghe. Works it down towards fine leg region. There's no fielder there. The ball runs into the boundary for 4. That's bonus, in fact, for Hayley's Group B. They end the second over at 16 for the loss of 2 wickets after 2 overs. And Kavindu Munasinghe is off the mark on 4.
So chasing 45 runs, one of the moderate, easy targets for Hayley's B. They're going well. 2 overs, 16 for 2. But what I feel is it's just probably just a walk in the park. They have plenty of time. They need to gather around this run chase. Just 29 runs, though they have lost 2 crucial wickets. But still, I can feel that they're going to go beyond the run mark pretty comprehensively. So Suhasiapa bowling his first over, slight misfeel, but no harm. Still the batters getting just a single only. Suhasiapa bowling his second over. Well, I was really surprised with this batting performance by the Star Garments star-studded side. They managed to get 140s in their first few games, but now in the third game they have short of 100 runs. So we've got another game coming up today, the Ceylon Tobacco versus the NTB. Right after this game, it's another crunching game. So there's a wide call. Yes, that was a speed up delivery, a quicker one, straying outside the off stump. So probably they have taken the batting power play. That's why 3 fielders outside 30-yard. So anytime after the second over, there's a batting power play that the batters can take. So with that first two overs mandatory power plays, that's why the batting side opted to go for that third batting power play, the one solitary 1 over that they can decide to go. So they're taking it on the third over. A skyrocket, a fielder under it. So is there a twist to the tail? The third wicket falling now for Hayley's B, chasing 45 runs. Now 1 by 1, even they are struggling. Well, Kavindu Munasinghe trying to go aerial over extra cover. There is he not coming on right on top of that delivery. A skyrocket. 2 fielder under it. Yes. The sweeper cover fielder grabs it quite easily. So Kavindu Munasinghe departs for 4. 18 for 3, Hayley's B. Well, the new batter is Shannon Lee, the skipper. 12 games, 91 runs. Our score is 20. It's 70 plus strike rate. So he has to stick in there. He needs to be there for this run chase. Well, now what I thought in the previous game, it was ended in 2 overs. Murray, same scores. Target was 45 runs. Recovery room chasing it in 2 overs, but Star Garments, they are a star side. They fail with the bat. Now they are not giving it easy. 3 wickets have fallen off in a matter of just 3 overs. So they have some work to do. 44 balls left, but still 27 runs. Another dot ball. What an over. Just given away 2 runs. Suhas Yapa picked up a wicket. Well, Hayley is kind of struggling. Well, left it alone. So end of an eventful over. Just 2 runs off it. After 3 done, Hayley's B 18 for 3.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩිය ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So 3 overs done, 18 for 3, 27 more runs needed. So now we see the leg spinner, Johan Aloka, picked up so many wickets in the last 2 games. He's coming on to the attack now. The required run rate is 3.86. It's just that there could be some sort of a partnership they needed. Another dot ball. Seen 5 dot balls, 4 from the last over. And now another dot ball in this over. Well, just imagine if Star Garments gets to a score to a 70. It's going to be a strike. Well, what's happening here? 18 for 4. Hayley's chasing a score of 45 runs and now they are struggling. Tossed up delivery, stump to stump. You miss Sahid straight to the middle stump. Well, this is going to be some chase now. This is not going to be easy. They are not letting it easy for the Hayleys. 18 for 4. Varun Raimal departs for 4. So new batter is Mahesh Deepal and Shannon Lee, the skipper out there. I'm really surprised. Never thought this could be in a cricket match because one side getting out for 44 and the other side chasing 45. They're struggling at 18 for 4. Well, Johan Aloka, one of the season campaigners, one of the top all-rounders in the Star Garments side. A full toss. Just a single. So singles coming in singles, this 45 runs. Now it looks like a very, very tall task for the Hayley's B side with their top batters back in the hut. Johan Aloka What a brilliant bowler he is. He turned out to be 3 wickets for just 11 runs. He's bowling his last few deliveries. Now he's done with his spell. Who can take wickets? 25 more runs needed with 6 wickets in hand. Well, wide given. But the wicket keeper was a little slightly late to gather it and dislodge the stumps. He tossed up delivery, probably the wrong one. The googly, yeah, it was a little delayed because the ball was way down the leg side. So another single run added to the score with that extras. 21 for 4. And 24 more runs needed. That 24 runs seems to be like a very, very big margin. Well struck firmly to the boundary for 4. We got it on top of that delivery. Driven it firmly. I see that replay coming up. A tossed up delivery driven firmly. A flat batted shot towards that extra cover region. There's no chance for the fielder down there at the boundary to stop it. Welcome boundaries. The score moves to 25 now. So last ball coming up on this over. The wrong one. A good spell. Johan Alako ends its 2 overs. 16 for 3 wickets. And the score for Hayley's B is 25 for 4 after 4 overs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
$25 for 4. Hayley's Group B. After 4 overs, they require 45 to win. They did so well to pour out star garments of 44 in 8.1 overs. And Dhanuka Durran to start his first over, the 5th of the innings. Shannon Lee's on 1, Mahesh Deepal on 5. Had a great boundary in that last over when he drove one of the offside. Absolute sheer timing. The placement was superb from Mahesh Deepal. So they need 20 runs from 36 balls. So most spin coming in. Dhanuka Durran will operate from the southern end of the grounds and he's bowling to Shannon Lee, the right-hander, on 1. The captain of Hayley's Group B. Comes forward, beaten outside the right of off stump. Wicket keeper collects. So Star Garments are using all their spin options. Pulled away on the onside, well fielded. Excellent fielding at short mid-wicket. The ball was travelling so quickly from the bat of Shannon Lee. The fielder got his right hand to it, cut the pace off, didn't allow the single to be taken. This time off the back foot, plays it out very nicely on the offside towards that third man region. He picks up a single this time. So 1 more to the total, takes it on to 26 for the loss of 4 wickets. Lee moves on to 2. Durran now bowling the left-handed Mahesh Deepal, who's on 5. Adjusts the field as well. Lot of boundary riders. Got a man at long on, the man at long off. Short, pulled around towards the fine leg region. There's no fielder in there. The ball runs into the boundary for 4. That's a very poor delivery from Dhanuka Durran. And allows the batsman to free their arms, put it down to fine leg for 4. So 30 comes up for Hayley's Group B. Look at that, so short. He had all the time in the world to place it where he wanted to, and he picked up the place that there was no fielder in that position. Maisdipal moves into 9, 30 for 4, so 15 runs away from winning is Hayley's Group B. Full toss, driven to the onside, but the bowler fields on his follow through. Perhaps trying the Yorker, that's what Dhanuka Dullahan is trying. He got it wrong. Playing a miss outside the line of off stump this time. Ends the over. So 5 overs completed, and Hayley's Group B 30 for the loss of 4 wickets.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දෙක පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
So we reached the halfway stage of this innings after 5 overs. So 5 overs left. So that means 15 runs to get of 30 balls. That's the equation for Hayley's Group B. And to get over there, I'll tell you what, this has been absolutely fantastic performance of Hayley's Group B. If they can beat the much fancied Star Garments team, who's done extremely well last weekend, scoring over 140 runs in each of those innings. And today, bundled out for 44 by Hayley's Group B. That's the glorious uncertainties that cricket gives to players, to spectators, to everybody involved in the game. So Randu Navanje to bowl his first over. He's a quicker bowler, in fact. He bowled well last weekend, and could he repeat that performance today? We'll wait and see. There we are. Shout for LBW. The finger comes up, and Shannon Lee is the man out. Hayley's Group B lose their 5th wicket. The captain himself departs for 2. Well, Randu Navanje, a quicker bowler brought on. And that's where he picks up the wicket. Look at that. Pretty straight delivery, yes. There's no doubt about it. Hit on the rear pad as well. And the finger came up straight away for LBW. 30 for 5 in the 6th over. Shannon Lee, the man out. LBW run the Fernando. So the wicket keeper comes out, Mohammad Shahadullah. Much will depend on him now for Hayley's Group B. And Star Garments, well, they're not giving up the ghost, as they say. They're all out to bowl Hayley's B out for under 45 runs. That's their target. They had a long discussion on the boundary, outside the boundary before this inning started. And that's where they really look to score runs, score on any side with their bowling department as well, even though the batting failed. So here's Randu Fernando. Again, well bowled, wraps the batsman somewhere on the midriff area. So 5.2 overs. Randu Fernando, 1 wicket for no runs at the moment. So Randu Fernando, pretty nippy in fact. Long run up. Well bowled again, beats the batsman outside the line of off stump. A plain a miss again from Mohammad Shahzad, because he's the wicket keeper. He's seen the ball well. Oh, the pretty took off. So Randu Fernando, he is in this to win. skied. Who's getting there? No fielder gets there. There was no man at deep mid on. So easy single being taken. So Mohammad Shahad is off the mark with a single and takes a total to 31 for the loss of 5 wickets. Brings the Mahesh Deepal to take strike. It's 2 balls left to this over. Mahesh Deepal, the left-hander, is on 9 of 6 balls. He's got 2 balls to negotiate from Randu Fernando. Again played uppishly on the offside. That's well struck indeed. Runs into the boundary. That's 4. That'll ease the nerves for the Hayley's B team. And Mahesh Deepal into double figures, 13 of 7 balls. He's got 2 boundaries so far in this innings. And the total up to 35 for 5. So 10 runs required by Hayley's Group B. They've got 5 wickets at hand. And look at that, just beat the fielder on the boundary. Plays gently on the offside, picks up a single for the last ball, the over. 6 overs completed, and Hayley's Group B 36 for 5. They require further 9 runs to win in 4 overs.
මොනවද පේන්නේ කියමු.
CDBFD
දැන් කොහොමද?
CDBFD
ඔයාට කන්නාඩි ඕනේ නෑ. හොඳට දුර දිග පේනවා.
දැනෙන පොලියක් දෙන CDP එක ඩිපොසිට් වෙනස්.
Well, just 9 runs. We thought this game would end very soon, but 5 wickets falling in Hayley's B team. With a matter of just its 6th over, they need just 9 runs, but 24 balls left. But the wickets column, they have a batter, Mahesh Deepal. He's on 14. Well, getting all out the Stargaman side. I was told that some of the key players are not playing today in the Stargaman side, so probably that's why they are 44 all out from 140 odds in 2 games in their league stage last weekend. There's a huge deficit of 100 runs. So just 8 runs for victory. Well, there'll be plenty of calculations coming in when it decide the best second 2 teams in the group stages, because the league, well, they are in a hurry now. That was a tossed up delivery on the offside, driven firmly on the ground by Shahadullah. So now it makes easier. I see the NTB side getting preparationing themselves for the next game. There see alongside that gap firmly struck in between these 2 fielders. Just 4 runs needed for Hayley's B team to clinch this victory. The second victory they lost to last weekend. They lost 1 game. Yeah, they won against the Nations Trust last weekend, so this could be their second win. And Nations Trust winning against CTC. They have that game coming up when Nations Trust lost to Star Garments last weekend. Hayley's lost to NTB in the first game, and then Hayley's won against CTC last weekend. So that's why NTB also has that opportunity to get a good net run rate against the Ceylon Tobacco side. So we have a lot of calculations coming in. The MCA will have plenty of action with their calculations to decide the two teams who will qualify as the second best two teams, because at league stage definitely the top teams will qualify for the knockout stage. There are 6 groups. The top 6 teams will qualify with their net run rates, but we saw 2 games were completely outcome, and they were outclassed the Star Garment side with huge margins. So they will definitely have that net run rate even if they lose today. Well, play and a miss again. They're going just 2 runs. Randu Navanjana, he bowled 1 over, just gave away 6 runs, picked up a wicket. Now you see he's going for that big drive. Wide. Shy the stumps on the non-striker's end, but still no harm. Just 1 more run needed for Hayley's B. It was not an easy task. 5 wickets down there on the 8th over, chasing down this scorecard. See, it is almost like 6 runs per over. Not a commanding victory, but yeah, it is a victory at the end. Well, I think they are home. Well, just to see whether the umpire what he has given the decision here. Well, I think he's out. Yeah, I think he's out because the ball knocked the hands of the bowler and rolling over to the stumps, and the base got dislodged just before the batter crosses the crease. So definitely Mahesh Deepal gets out. Just 1 run needed. Hayley's B 6 down, chasing 45 runs. So what a fight back. If they had, just imagine if they had 70 runs or even 60 runs, I would think that Star Garments will still give a good fight to stop this run chase. Hayley's just 45 runs needed. They're 6 down. Well, what a shot to end the game. A short delivery, punched out, a flat batted shot over extra cover. Getting that boundary and the win for Hayley's B. Not a comprehensive victory. Hard task, but still at the end, win is a win. They clinched their 2nd win. They won against CTC. They lost to Nations Trust. Now, they won this game with the star-studded Star Garment side. Very unpredictable, this cricket. One day you do well, the other day you become the losing side. But at the end, Hayley's B, with commanding a win, with their bowling effort was superb to get rid of Star Garment side in the matter of just 8.1 overs to get rid of all the batters for just 44 runs. And now chasing down the score in the 8th over, 7.3rd ball of the 8th over. So 48 runs, but 6 wickets down. Well, that's what I said. If they had 70 runs to chase, some batters can get, if they would have got some runs for Star Garments, definitely Star Garments would have a big fight to stop this run chase. So the players having their final handshakes. It'll be the last league game for these two sides. They're done with the league games now. They will have to wait and see who will qualify. Probably they will get the information from the MCA. So the batting cards, Sinal De Silva got out for 5, Varun Ravimal 3, Harindu Paliyavadana 4, Kamindu Mono Singh 4, Shannon Lee the skipper 2, Mahesh Deepal, the only batter who got to double figures, got run out just before 1 run to be scored, and then Mohammad Shahadullah got to double figures as well with 2 lusty blows, 2 boundaries. Kavishka Wickramasinghe didn't face a single delivery. So 4 extras, just 7.3 overs, chasing down the score. 48 for the loss of 6 wickets. Well, it was not an easy task for Hayley's B to get this runs. So bowling, Suhas Yapa bowled well, 2 overs, 9 runs, 1 wicket. See Johan Alok again in the wickets column, 16 for 3 in his 2 overs. Randu Navanja again picking up a wicket for 11. The follow wicket 7, 12, 18, 18. The 4th wicket as well. The 5th one is at 30. There was not much of a partnership, only 14 runs partnership. The 6th wicket partnership, probably that was the winning partnership for them. They were 30 for 5 at one stage. The 6th wicket falling at just 1 run to win. So all in all, Hayley's B winning by 4 wickets. Not an easy task. They had to struggle a bit. The highlights, they had 45 runs to get in the allocated 10 overs with 10 wickets in hand, but still though, wickets kept on tumbling. They were not having an easy run chased out there in the middle, but still though managed to pick up so many wickets. The Stark Ahmed side, if they, as I said, mentioned 70 runs would have had a major difference into this run chase, but stopping that 44 runs was not that easy, because even though there were 10 overs, so few wickets falling at regular intervals, there was not much of a partnership. Probably that the idea of this run chase was to get it as soon as possible, to get into that net run rate, to get that net run rate a little higher, but still though wickets kept on tumbling. So that was a major downfall for Hayley's B. They couldn't finish this game off quickly, but at the end they finished it in 7.3 overs, a matter of just over 6 runs per over. That was the last run out of Mahesh Deepal. So this was a winning run for Hayley's B, and winning by 4 wickets. So we've got another game coming up, the 4th one between Ceylon Tobacco and the Nations Trust Bank. So we will resume live action with see you in shortly.